Assalamualaikum. Now I continue with the synergy. So I have explained a little bit about synergy in the previous video. So now I want to explain to you what are the sources of synergy, right? So this is the one. Okay, so as I mentioned before, the synergy will increase the value of the shareholders, and the synergies can be due to the revenue enhancement, cost reduction, lower taxes, and also reduced capital requirements. So because of these sources of synergy here, right, the value after the mergers and acquisition will increase. Okay, value of the firm after the acquisitions or merger, okay, will increase. And what happened to the shareholders value? So shareholders value will automatically increase as well. Okay, all right. So now the revenue enhancement can be obtained from the improved marketing gain, where you can improve your advertising effort in media, right? You can advertise your product on media now, and then your distribution network expanded, right? You can sell your product now, for example, internationally. Okay. And right, and then the next one, you can produce more or different types of product now after the acquisition. So from here you can get more revenues, and again this will increase the revenue of the company after the mergers and acquisition. All right, and this is another factor, right, where you can increase your revenue due to the strategic benefits. Right, you can have an opportunity to take advantage of the competitive environment. Okay, for example, the Procter and Gamble acquired Charming Paper Company to develop highly interrelated cluster of paper products, okay, such as disposable diapers, okay, paper towels, and so forth. All right, so that means you can expand your business by providing providing different products, right? And then you can become monopoly company, whereby you can monopolize the companies lah, or the market, right? So once you have combined, especially for the horizontal acquisition, when the two companies are in the same industry, then they can reduce the competition, so then they can get monopoly profit, where they can sell or offer products or services at a higher price. From here they can also increase or enhance their revenue. Okay, another source of synergy, all right, cost reduction. This is due to the economies of scale, where after acquisition maybe you can be able, right, the company can be able to reduce their overhead, okay, by stopping or eliminating the operations of any duplicative facilities, okay. So from here they can reduce their production cost or operating cost, okay. And then another one is you can transfer the technology, right? You can make a better use of the existing resources. You complement each other, okay, to provide any missing ingredients for success. For example, if you the ski equipment store acquire the tennis equipment store, so normally the sales of the ski equipment will be higher during the winter, and then less sales for the tennis equipment, and then during summer the tennis equipment sales will be higher than the ski equipment sales, okay. So they will complement each other. Okay, so this is how you make a better use of the existing resources. Again, this one will reduce the cost. Okay, and then you can also be able to eliminate any inefficiency of management. Okay, right. Another one is tax reduction. So maybe from here you can get or can obtain the tax saving, or you can enjoy the tax saving after the mergers or acquisition. Right, maybe the target firm's debt capacity is not fully utilized yet, so after the combination or the mergers, then you can utilize this remaining debt capacity. So from here you can reduce your taxable income. So any taxable tax reduction, okay, any tax reduction can increase the cash flow after the acquisition. Okay. All right. Next situation that may increase the um, cash flow of the company, right? Reduce the capital requirement. Okay, the fixed capital and the working capital. So fixed capital refers to reducing any redundant or duplicate facilities when the two firms merge. So by doing this, you will be able to reduce the capital requirement. Okay, so two merging firms in the same industry might consolidate their research and development. Yes, okay, they can again reduce the R&D cost. Okay, and then for in terms of working capital, the inventory to sales ratio and the cash to sales ratio often decrease as firm size increases, right? So mergers will allow these economies of scale to be realized by allowing a reductions in working capital. So this is how the capital requirement reduction can increase the cash flow of the company after the acquisition. Okay, all right, so this is the explanations of the sources of synergy. Now we want to go to the determinations of synergy. How are we going to quantify the synergy in monetary term? Okay, just now the explanations of synergies, how the company can obtain the synergy that will help the new company to increase the cash flow. Okay, now we want to calculate the synergy amounts. Okay, if you go back to the previous slide or earlier one, that is the calculations of synergy, right? You notice here actually the synergy from the acquisition can be calculated in two ways. So this is the first method, and the second method you can use the discounted cash flow model. So this is the second method, right? For the first method, right, basically it comes from this formula, the one based on the definitions of the value of the synergy. Okay, so the synergy as mentioned on this slide occurs if the value of the combined firm after the merger is greater than the sum of the value of the acquiring firm and value of the target firm as the separate entities. So here we can calculate the value of combined firm. So let's go to the calculations of value of combined firm. Let's say company A and B combined. Okay, and then value of company A combined with the value of company B. So let's say A is the acquiring company and B is the target company. Alright, then the value of the combined firms will be higher if there is a synergy. So there must be a synergy value here. So in order to calculate the synergy, we just rearrange the formula, the above formula here, that is value of the combined firm, you minus value of the individual firm. Okay, Alright, if you summarize, that means the value of combined firm minus the summations of the value of the individual firm. That's why the formula becomes like this. Right, it's up to you, okay, whether you want to use the first one or the second one. It's just the same, as long as you put the right sign outside the bracket here, then it should be okay. Okay, the second method, right, so this is the first method, right? The second method is using the discounted cash flow model. Okay, all right, so it is based on the incremental cash flow, that is the changes in the cash flow. You divide by the 1 plus r to the power of t. So r is the cost of capital, okay, and t is the useful life, okay, the expected useful life, okay, of the synergy, or how many years we are going to get the synergy after the acquisition. Okay, and this incremental cash flow here comes from the different sources of synergy. It may be due to the increase in the revenue, right? It may be due to the reduction in the costs, okay, or it may be due to the reduction in tax amount, okay, or tax savings amount, or it may be due to the reduction in the capital requirements amount. So if this happen, that means there will be an increase in the cash flow or decrease in the cash flow, changes here, changes in the cash flow. Alright, you divide by 1 plus r to the power of t. Okay. Alright, next we will go to the example. Alright, later on I will explain to you about the applications of the synergy formula in determining the synergy amount. Okay,